Alright, we'll come back to Wild Wings. Try to give him a little space. Shade. Lester, could you exit the room, please? I'd like to talk to Shade privately. Yes, sir. He walks through the bed. Well, it looks like we did it. Or I should say, you did it. Once again, I went in too over my head. Once again, I have failed miserably. There are times when you just want to do something that everyone will remember. You want to be a part of something that will help define you in some way. Shade, be real with me. Do you think I am a good elder? That's hard to say. Even after the whole ordeal we've gone through, I don't know you well enough to say whether you're a good elder or not. I'm horrible. I am absolutely horrible. All those lives I put on the line just to make myself look good. Yeah, you might want to clarify on that. I did something very wrong. All this time while we were assembling the Order of Sound, I'd known about the cannon scum skulking around over the mountains. I knew about their base in the chasm, so I decided to give very strict warning to the populace about dangerous monsters dwelling there. I suppose it wasn't entirely wrong, since those cannon are indeed monsters. Well, you know what I meant. I tried so damn hard to keep people away from that zone. I would go sleepless nights patrolling and surveying the area myself. I just couldn't trust anybody else to do that for me and not mouth off. What were you going on about? Why did you keep it to yourself? Did I not reveal that, basically? I wanted this invasion to happen because I wanted a battle. I wanted to win this battle, and if that was impossible, I would at least die a martyr. What the hell? I know. It was very wrong of me to do, but listen. I've gone through my entire life trying to impress people. I never once succeeded. Imagine just for a minute working hard to make a name for yourself. Then you hear about some random kids surviving through massive trials and taking out an entire faction. I couldn't believe my ears. It was merely a few months ago. It was you, the young bat standing before me right now as a liar badly injured. I used you, and I used everyone in my personal army to make one final push to acquire that name I so desperately desired. I was impatient, but as I grow older, I cannot stop thinking about it tirelessly. You might have heard this one a lot, Shade, but life is short. I finally gave in and went to extremes to make my dream happen. I couldn't wait around anymore. So you see, I'm not a good elder. And not even a decent person after putting everyone in so much danger. My people don't know that yet, of course, and they still look up to me. I don't deserve to be their leader. Wow, you really just spilled your guts out to me, didn't you? There's no reason to keep it in any longer. Even if what you did was terrible, you can't just abandon your position. Sure I can. There are far more capable and reliable people under me that can easily take the reins. You created something big here, Lubin. I don't think you realize how big it is. Despite all the death and destruction, this personal army of yours is still standing strong and ready to be led by you. You can't possibly say you have not done a thing with your life that is significant. He's right, Lubin. You paved a way for bats everywhere to join an even bigger fight. You're damn right about that, Runt. Finally get to put aside our differences and give the finger to those arsehole alls and cannon. You guys don't actually think I should keep leading the Word of Sound? Do you think we could really do more? Yes, I do. A little less shadiness would really help keep it together though. You aren't going to tell anyone about this? It's probably best you make that decision yourself. Shade. You know, if you didn't come, things wouldn't have turned out nearly as well as they did. Maybe not. But I believe you guys still could have come out on top. It isn't just about me anymore. You have to keep leading these people to bring the fight to the Alson Cannon. Meanwhile, I have to remember my main goal. Your main goal? I'm looking for my father, Cassiel's Silverwing. Cassiel. I'm sorry, Shade. So many have come to Fisikin at once. There's only so many people I can actually recognize by name. That's okay. I'm not too surprised anymore. I feel like I keep chasing my tail. Well, look on the bright side, Shade. We seem to keep arriving at the most opportune moments to help people out. Yeah, that's always fun, isn't it? Still, the more we keep traveling around, the more I feel like this trip is one in vain. Shade. You aren't actually thinking about giving up so soon, are you? I figured you would have long before me, Chinook. Let's just say Lubin and I have almost similar motives here. Gonna be completely honest with you here. I'm pretty jealous of you. My feats didn't amount to much compared to yours. So now I'm just tagging along, hoping I get to be in the limelight for once. Thanks for the honesty, Chinook. That makes me feel a lot better about you being with me. I wish I could do more to help you for what you have done for us, Shade. That's alright. I think we've done enough here. All I want right now is to get back to Caliban's and take a nap. I hear ya. That goes double for me. Shade, thank you. Not just for helping us in the battle, but for this talk. For someone so young, it's amazing how inspirational and wise you really are. Ah, come on. I'm just glad I can help out. I didn't want to make it seem like I think all this is a huge waste of time. But I guess it's time to head back. You are welcome here any time. Please do come back and visit sometime. I will give you something special for your bravery for sure. He's resting. Hey Shade, please stay safe out there. 3 packages, right? Oh my sweet goodness, I don't believe it! This is too good to be true. Well, it's true. Everything you need is still in the boxes. This is so wonderful! Thank you so much for your effort. Please take this, it's the least I can do. This will most certainly help those who have been injured in battle. You helped out so much, thank you again. Yay! You really help Fisikin get rid of a nasty pest problem, so even if you don't care about my weapon, there's that. Oh yeah. Bunny! Ah, finally, Shade Silverwing himself. Yes? I've heard of your feats up in the mountains. The soldiers just won't stop flapping their gums about it. But I am most impressed and even inspired by your bravery. It brings a song to mind that will most certainly make real one of these days. Let me tell you, despite my own accomplishments, I feel tethered by the need of the masses to indulge in my voice. There's always a certain thing they want, and it sometimes makes me feel trapped. I don't have enough room to stretch and I can't find any inspiration of my own. I don't usually talk this much, especially in one sitting. I don't really get the chance to. I appreciate the attention, miss. Is there something you needed specifically? Yes, I not only wish to thank you for helping Physican, but I also mean eternally grateful for you helping me remember what it feels like to gain true inspiration. False inspiration is a deep bog that will drain the energy out of you, all for naught. It is important to understand what you really want to create. Anyway, I would like to give you this. Gretchen's bangle. It isn't just some souvenir with my autograph. That bangle should aid you in battle with some special properties. That's pretty awesome, thank you. It's the least I can do. I'm glad you decided to come see me. I was about to pack up and leave here shortly. There are many other souls that need to be lifted now with this horrific battle spreading across the lands. What's that you have? It's a letter from someone. How touching. Won't you open it? What? Well, it's not mine to open. Well, in case there's some kind of deadly disease inside, you're probably better off catching it rather than me. Wow. That was a joke, silly. Let me see this note you have. To my dear Gretchen, with a heart filled to the rim by a powerful love, a bloom like a flower for you. I open my soul to you. There is nothing more I want than... Okay, that's enough of that. Sorry, I felt compelled to do the favor for some reason. That's nice of you, Shade. You done me a favor by showing just how cowardly the creep is. Not this asshole again. It is done. Gretchen, my love so sweet. I've looked into my soul to write the words on that sheet of paper. You accept my invitation, my dear lady. Shade, look at me. Oh, Shade's you should have. I had no words for this amazing letter. Huh? What is this? The words, they read like they have been so carefully and well crafted. I can't even fathom how eloquent you are. Everything about this fills me with joy. Please, Shade, take me. I'm yours. What are you doing? Don't ruin this now. Just play along the best you can. What is this? Gretchen, that letter was written by me. Yours truly. Yours always. What? Who in the world are you? Gretchen, no! Don't do this! Guards, take this creeper out of my sight this instant. Shade, you may have betrayed my trust, but still wish the best for you. Gretchen, you may have betrayed my love for you, but fear not, for I will not give in. One of these days I will acquire love, and we will unite as it was foretold. Don't forget me! I will remember you always. I'll dream of you until the end of my days! Wow, that guy is really obsessed. That was a bit harsh though. Believe me, I had to deal with enough creepers in my life to know they aren't worth it. A lot of times they turn out to be dangerous. Anyway, the letter didn't even have a signature on it, and that's another bad sign. Ah, so that's why you played it out like you did. These men, they're too hasty. Sorry you had to put up with that. It's nice of you to help others, but just be careful of who you're helping. Duly noted. I will be departing soon to my next door. Please take care, said Soothing, and continue to inspire those around you. Okay, let's check what Gretchen's... All ailments, defense 50%. Okay, that's pretty good. What the? Where could Caliban be? He's usually in here. They might be out still looking for Frida. Damn. I really hope they found her, alive and well if I might add. Let's go see if you can find Caliban. Do I have to talk to everyone here? But meet Zephyr? I always wanted to see him for some advice. I'm too scared to even set foot on that island though. Okay, that's he looks incredibly pensive. Ah, Shade! Mom! What's going on? Did you guys find Frida? No, Shade, we couldn't. I'm sorry. Things have been very stressful around here. I've been doing my best to keep everyone at ease. Caliban has been hit especially hard from the stress, it seems. He hardly says a word now, and he is always brooding. I am not sure what to do. I've been trying to give him a lot of space, but his people need him. He knows best what has to be done around here. Huh. Did you find your father in Fidchell? No, unfortunately. Goddess, I feel like all this is starting to wear me down. I'm sorry to hear that there. I know how hard it is, but we'll make it through this. I might not have found him, but something pretty big is happening. Mom, there were so many bats in Fidchell. They were celebrating the forming of this group called the Order of Sound. Order of Sound? Their purpose is to fight back against owls and cannon. Speaking of that, not long after we arrived, Fidchell was actually attacked by the cannon. Oh no, Shade, you weren't. We fought too, Mom, but don't worry, as you can see, we're doing fine. I wish I could stop worrying, Shade, I really do, but the cannon, they're so ruthless. I'm so relieved you came out of that safely. Come on, Mom, we always got it. Jeez, I think at this point we can overcome almost anything. Just not get in the way of your head, alright, son? You must always rely on your allies. I know you survived that storm, and still managed to make it all the way to Hibernaculum while fending off those horrible vampirium you talked about. But now that you're closer to me, I feel awful just letting you go without having much to contribute myself. Trust me, Mom, it's alright. You're doing enough over here on your own. You're stronger than me in many ways still. You flatter me, Shade. Well, Caliban did have one message he wanted to give you. What's that? ETB. What? Caliban, you spoke! Are you alright? What's gotten into you? Someone wants to see you. There's a new destination on the ETB. When you finish, come back to me. We have to talk, Shade, but not now. Alright, I'll be back then. Shade, please be careful. I have a bad feeling about this, but I will, Mother. Shade, please be wary. All these things that have been happening are all too strange. So, how big are the birds that are singing? The looks on your faces. It is quite humorous. How? You're not actually surprised we would eventually meet again. No, it's not really that. I just think that Caliban might have had something to do with this. And if he didn't, you obviously been watching us for a while. Your observation skills are palpable, Shade Silverwing. Yo, who is this guy? Is this that vampire we've been talking about, Shade? Is that why you look like you've seen a ghost? You've been talking about me, hmm? I figured you would. My allies should have already hinted to you that I still live. Yes. It's only been a few months, but it almost feels like an eternity since we last met. I still remember the glorious, striking blow you gave me, placing me inches from the sweet release of death. Yet, I lived on. Right. And I almost still can't freaking believe it. I should have died, for sure, but Lord Kamasots was not finished with me even then. He saw I had further potential, just like the potential you had with that ring. I see you still grasp it firmly in your hand, but I don't sense that amazing power you showed me back at the pyramid. So you live there, huh? You might want to think twice about going back. You had some fun with your buddies. I am aware of this. Don't worry, I care little about it now. How long have you been watching us? Longer that you may deem comfortable, Shade Silverwing. Caliban's shelter is not as safe as you may think. What? It was a perfect point to monitor your progress. After all, you kept coming back, time and time again. Your power continues to impress, Shade. The cannon can't seem to do a thing to stop you from your mission. The owls have yet to prove themselves, but perhaps their time will come very soon. We are at a very convenient point in time. What does that mean? You'll see. For now, allow me to explain some things to you. Are you familiar with this object next to me? I've seen it around. Why don't you think back to that lovely town called Paradise? That's the pedestal that held Phoenix. Wait, what have you done? Just going back to square one. I'm not sure what sort of magic you utilized to free the bird, but I won't make the same mistake again. So you did it. Why? Why is Phoenix so special to you? It isn't just the bird, Shade. I've been meaning to capture two others, but I have been unsuccessful thus far. Quite slippery nuisances they are. Cacti and Mog. I'm sure you've seen your fair share of odd creatures on this world, but take one look at those two and you know something is off. You remember the portal I created to acquire those minions. That very portal was created using a dark energy, one that came to me through my own hard work, and the work of many generations before me. It would take an unreasonable amount of time to summon such an energy again, and Lord Kamasots is losing patience. The dark energy still exists in this world, and as long as it does, portals can be created. What do you think Caliban made back there? What the hell? That is weak portal magic. You are correct. A portal like that is a very simple construction, despite its obvious usefulness to you. The portal I created was immense. It was so concentrated with dark energy that it actually managed to span dimensions and open tiers in completely different worlds. And of course, that's where my minions came from. However, they weren't the only ones. There were others that managed to flee from the pyramid, and I paid no mind to them. Unfortunately, it has come to my attention not too long ago that their presence in this world causes an imbalance. The more they interact with this world, the world must be pure of corruption if he wants to ever take over. Wait a damn minute, are you saying that Cacti, Mog and Phoenix are actually from a different world too? So you finally caught up? Yes, Shade, they very much are. They must be contained, and I'm making it my mission, with the help of Kamasots, to trap these fools and use the dark energy that has come about thanks to their existence. To get rid of them would eliminate the last traces of this precious energy. No more portals. And your barbaric god needs a portal to break the boundaries and take over our world. I applaud you for your understanding. I don't even know this fellow, and he impresses me with his astuteness. Don't try to charm me. All you Vampirum are the same. So we have to destroy them. You can most certainly try. But the gears of time and fate continue to turn. They are close to being in my grasp, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's what you think. Hum hum. I won't go as far as to say you won't prove a worthy adversary once again. It would be foolish to underestimate you. But I have no doubt been itching to have another brawl with you. Let's see if you are just as capable as you were back at the pyramid. Mass Imperial. Oh, that's not good. Damn. I see. It appears we haven't lost your touch. At least with your allies on board. I was a bit disappointed, however, that I still have not sensed that incredible power you have summoned before. What is wrong with you? Seriously, is this some kind of assessment to you? In a way, I suppose. But I do wonder how you would have fared if you didn't have your friends by your side. I feel that time may be approaching. What? All I'm saying is you would do well to try and find that power within you again. As I've stated before, my plans are falling into place. You know there's a risk now that you spill everything to me. Perhaps. I can't even read you. What are you getting out of that? Since you've crushed me with that power back in the pyramid, I have acquired a newfound respect for you, Shade. My eyes are set on the mission, but keeping you in the dark for so long has turned out to be a bore. Besides, you too have a part to play in my mission in due time. Well, whatever it is, I won't let you see your way through it. I expect a challenge. For now, let's see who can find the strange duo first. One who knows where they are, and another who has not a single idea. Damn it! He's right. We have no idea where they could be right now. We've run into them a couple of times out of luck, but yeah, this doesn't look good. No. There has to be something. I have to think. What about Zephyr? Zephyr? Sure. Did you forget already? He helped you in trying to locate your father. We couldn't really find him though. That doesn't matter. I've seen his power, it's unquestionable. I know he'll be able to locate the duo that the vampire was talking about. You saw his power? Yes. I'll explain later. Don't you think this is better than scouring every last inch of the earth? That's kinda what we're doing right now, eh? We're barely across this hemisphere border. Okay, that actually sounds like a great idea. Let's go meet up with Zephyr. Heh, Boy Wonder over there seems to be excited about the idea. Okay, I'm going to have a talk with Caliban. Okay, he's not there. Okay. keep forgetting that I need to use that teleport. Oh Shade, it's so good to see you all again. Have you guys come for another rest? Oh no ma'am, we come to see if Zephyr was around. It's kind of urgent. I see. Need a sample of his powers at work again, do we? I think he mentioned he was going to be at the summit. He's been going up there a lot recently. Really? Is something troubling me? I am afraid so. He's told me a few times already that he senses there is something wrong. Still, I think it'd make you happy to see you guys again. Go on upstairs. Keep forgetting that he has a lot of underlings. Very strange. Unsettling. Something in the air. Excuse me? Zephyr? Ah, Shade. Oh, it's wonderful to see that you're all still doing fine. And I see you're still nice and chipper, floppy ears. Alright, I've been meaning to ask. Why do you call him floppy ears? His ear doesn't seem too floppy to me. Oh, the confusion is understandable. You see, Sirocco had floppy ears when he was born. Not to say they really went away. He has his ears standing upright most of the time. But he can definitely let his ears flop if he wants. It's rather strange but humorous. Well, you must come all this the way here for a reason. I even sensed you'd come back eventually. Ah yeah, Mr. Zephyr, I just want to say up front that your powers are really impressive and all. Unfortunately, we couldn't really find my dad in the Merle. And we even took a trip to Fisken and had no luck there either. Oh, that is unfortunate. I cannot pinpoint his location at all times, sadly. That is just near impossible, even for someone like me. That's okay. I understand it would be asking way too much. We have another problem we are occupied with anyhow. What would that be? Zephyr, I just reunited with an old enemy of mine. I knew for a while he was still alive, but when we met him, he obviously had some kind of evil scheme. Right now, he's basically after a couple of creatures that we met, and we have to get to them first. That sounds pretty serious. So you do not have any idea where they might be? No, we figured it'd be a big time saver to come to you about this. I hope it doesn't seem like we're just using you though. Oh, but you are. It's okay though. You know I'm willing to aid you. Right. But you also remember it might take a bit for me to acquire the location. You know it didn't take too long to find Cassiel. But there are a lot of factors in play here. I understand. It's quicker than just going to every town and forest and scouring every inch of the earth. It is definitely the better alternative, yes. Well, let me just prepare myself for the trip into the Black Cell then. Hopefully I won't be too long. With the description you gave me, it shouldn't be too difficult to find them. Alright, hey, thank you again. Don't worry about it. Oh, and Joseph. Yes? I'd like for you to come in with me again, if you're up for it. Alright, sure. Joseph? Ah, he hasn't told you. He came with me into the Black Cell while you guys were here before. Joseph here has a lot more mental capability and potential that I imagine. Right. Huh. Well, I know hardly anything about the Black Cell. I think I'd rather keep away though if it takes a toll on your brain. That's alright, it's probably for your own good. You can potentially fry your own brain by going into the cell if you aren't prepared. Well, I guess that's a deal breaker. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Wow, did it just get warm in here? Are you prepared, Joseph? I suppose I am, sir. No need to feel unsure. I know you can do it again. Alright. Hello? Zephyr? Seek the statues of yore. Remember your purpose. Walk down a straight path. Let them guide you from both sides. Well, those are definitely statues. Okay, fire, wind, earth. There's probably a pattern here. There was a pattern, I have no idea what that pattern was. What happened to it? Oh, okay, let's see. Okay. No, okay. Ah, they must all be in order. Puzzles! Woo! Ah, there you are. Are you alright? Did you not see any of that? You mean the strange visions and structures out of nowhere? Why yes, I did see all of that. What in the world was that all about? I feel like it was trying to tell me something. Yes, it was concerning. Let me tell you, I've never seen anything like this from the first time I conceived this space. Not ever? Not even with your students? Never. Quite surprising indeed. I'm not sure exactly what could have caused this. Many different factors are in play here. However, I sense the main reason is because you have a troubled mind, Joseph. Troubled? If you want, you can speak to me about whatever is ailing you. Right. Yes, just I feel that my own mind is fragmented, but everything is slowly coming back together. And I think this development is attributed to Shade. It's been happening ever since I joined his party, although beforehand I had a vague glimmer in my head that revealed I was from a lost civilization. But as I would expect, it is not coming back together in the most cohesive manner. This lost civilization wouldn't happen to be Fidchell, would it? Yes, it is. Do you know anything about it? There are plentiful tall tales about Sectil, but if I am correct, not many actually believe it used to exist. We bats tend to keep history, but for some reason there is hardly any record of Sectil to be found. Perhaps they wanted it to be forgotten. But why? Who knows? There hasn't been an idea floating around in my head for some time. Sectil is an ancient civilization. Perhaps they existed when the Great Battle occurred. The Great Battle? The Battle of the Birds and Beasts. It is a significant part of our history, yet the exclusion of Sectil itself is strange indeed. For crying out loud, they were possibly our own ancestors. Unfortunately, I am just unable to go that far back to see what really happened. I'm sorry to say, Joseph, but I can't be positive you're telling the truth about your relation to Cecil. It is very obscure, and nothing can be gained from making baseless theories. I understand. I'll find some way to prove it. I hope that you will. But anyway, I never got to tell you the real reason I came to you that night alone. I'm also looking for someone, like Shade is. Why didn't you say anything? I guess I didn't want to intrude. I don't want to make it seem like I'm using Shade, but it's becoming more obvious. I have a tremendous amount of respect for him. He and his friends are some of the greatest warriors I have ever met. But it is the strangest thing. They all look relatively normal. Appearances can be deceiving, my boy. I understand, but we've beaten back the Cannon military twice now, and faced overwhelming odds that will get any group of regular bats killed in an instant. Could it possibly be that the ring Shade carries around? Why does it seem so familiar to me? Shade's feats are indeed mountainous, but I understand where you're coming from. They don't particularly look the type to be considered warriors, but perhaps it is Nocturna herself who is guiding Shade and his friends, including you in the fray. I have faith that she is continuing to watch over them. I already know that their power has been observed. You felt that too? Oh yes, several months ago perhaps. I have a hard time keeping track of the seasons these days. It was hard to describe, but it was one of the weirdest and most terrifying feelings I think I have. It was hard to describe, but it was one of the weirdest and most terrifying feelings I think I have ever witnessed. That was Nocturna's power? Indeed. And it is because of it that my faith has grown ever stronger. Anywho, I think I should start carrying out a search for those two creatures Shade described to me. Some kind of cactus and a stubby white thing with a red sphere jutting from its scalp. Right. Once I finish with that, perhaps then I can lend you some help as well. What? You mean... Yes. Why don't you describe the person you are looking for? Whoa. It feels seriously weird being close to this thing. How did it go? Swell, thanks for asking. Did you manage to find them? Yes, I have found them. They're on a strange land that I'm not sure I've ever seen with my own eyes. Close your eyes and I'll sing you the echo map. There, do you see it? Yeah, nice and tucked into my head. Huh, I don't know this place either. That's concerning. Be careful out there, Shade. Who knows what sort of things could be dwelling there. Yeah, you're right. I'll keep an eye out. Joseph, you ready to go? Ready as I'll ever be, Shade. Thank you again for your help, Mr. Sefi. We have to hurry over to this place now. May Nocturna guide you. May Nocturna guide you every step. You're always welcome to come back if you need anything. I think that's a good place to stop.